Sir.
and headlines dropping. We got Eddie in the backtrack in the news. Eddie, what do we need to know right now?
Well, it looks like Iran is sort of sending over some missiles over towards Israel. They're talking about 100 ballistic. But explosions heard over Tel Aviv. The air raid sirens are sounding off in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and it's all out right now. So I'm going to be watching, see if we can get any more details. But hey, let's be careful here when we're trading. Remember, use it stop. Back to you, JD.
Thank you so much, Eddie. Eddie's going to be in the backtrack in the news. He'll be popping in, throwing headlines out in the chat and popping in when something big comes up. We saw some selling pressure coming in equities, like I just said. ES stopped right at 59.8775, yesterday's low. To the tick.
Short.
And Gabe is short. Gabe's following
Short
momentum.
3,
Is this a momentum trade?
21. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Where are you at, Gabe?
Momentum trade for Gabe.
21.711. Short 3, MNQ.
Gabe is short 3, micro NASDAQ.
Looking for a target of first TP will be 684.
Nice.
The little 1 minute low from 9:49 this morning.
Here we go.
Stops. CY is up near 745, giving this one a little bit more room to breathe just because of the headlines coming across. So I don't want to get wicked out. So I'm risking about $200 to look for some further downside.
How tough is it to gauge your risk when you're sort of just jumping in on a momentum trade like this? Are you kind of eyeballing it? Is it totally arbitrary? Is it a dollar amount?
In this case, it was a dollar amount.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also making sure I give myself a little bit of room to breathe. We've got a little bit of an OB, a little bit of supply starting at kind of the 733s. So I'm hoping that we get like a sharp rejection off the 30s if we were to push back up, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so considering a little bit of a correction on the 1 minute time frame after that leg down, I'm hoping for another leg down to take out that 684 low and tap into. I've got some demand around 675. But yeah, purely
Looks
momentum.
Good.
Seeing if these headlines will cause us to go lower.
George, if you had a gun to your head and you had to get in the market right now, would you be long or short?
I would wait and go short at the New York Open anchored VWAP at 754 is what I would do.
754, okay. I'm going to switch back.
So unfortunately, it would be, it would be stopped out, but
it's all good. Shout out to Brad in the chat. Trading with Brad. Love you, bro. Every time I come on, he's like, uh-oh. Gabe short. Time to close.
I missed that one. Where is it? I'm scrolling back in the chat. I got to see it. I got to see it.
It's right underneath one of Eddie's news announcements, but shout out to Trading with Brad. Cracks me up every time I come in. It's like, oh, shit. Here we go again.
Uh-oh. I got it now.
Yeah.
Gabe, it's looking good, man.
Yeah, I like the rejection off the 35s that we just saw. I would just like to see some continued flushing from here. I really don't want to go back and retest the 40s. Just due to the location of where my stop is, I'd prefer to get a nice run from here.
Yeah, and to be clear, I wouldn't as soon as it touches the anchored VWAP, I wouldn't get in. I would probably maybe even a wick into the 60s and then come back down and break through that VWAP before I got in short.
Yeah, see, you want to wait for a little structure.
Order filled.
Right.
Get a nice confirmation that short is the right direction. We got a 200 lot at 59.93 quarter in the ES. Just a couple ticks above here now. I've got an NQ chart up and the ES ladder showing. I still love reading the tape on the ladder. Anybody else here? Tape readers? You watch the ladder and try and pick out patterns?
Order filled.
Or based off of where liquidity is?
I know
Is that
just enough
something?
about Bookmap to get me in trouble, but I do have it on in the background most of the time.
Yeah. I haven't looked at Bookmap in a while, but I spent many
I
years
mean,
just reading the tape. The very first, I know I've said, I'm just repeating stories today, but yeah, when the very first front end trading platforms came out, they didn't come with charting packages. All you had was the ladder. So sitting on the trading floor, you had two tablets, you know, 4 ladders on each of them, and you're just reading pure price
Order
action,
filled.
picking up
That
patterns,
sounds
and
like a headache, to be honest with you.
it was
How
a
fun
thing.
was that?
It was excellent. It was more listening to what was happening in the pit, trying to gain an edge.
Right.
Scalping the pit. Arbitrage is what it is. Scalping the pit
Yeah.
against the screen. Different kind of trading, different kind of markets. But yeah, a lot of tape reading involved.
I almost wish I would have learned that way, like to start.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going
I don't
backwards.
know.
You know, I did the whole forex thing, and then
Order
obviously got
filled.
into the futures and the technical analysis of the charts. And it's man, if you just start with the DOM and spend a lot of time doing that, it kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It helps. I like it because I scalp and
Right.
like to get an idea which way the tug of war is going.
Sure. And you could see with your eyes when buying pressure or selling pressure starts to peter out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a 50 lot coming up. Ooh, there's a 20 lot here. Can they get through it? You're asking yourself all those questions while you're watching it.
Yeah. And if you do it for a while and you get good at it, it's an edge. You can get
Yeah.
in some very low risk trades just by reading the tape and grabbing a
Indeed.
couple points off of.
Agree.
Speaking of reading the tape, we got about 34 contracts being offered at 735. 22 contracts being offered, bid below us at 716, 75. So really not a whole lot of size. 20, 30 is basically the max that I'm seeing.
Well, you consider them little speed bumps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get over it. We got to get past this. We got to get past that one. We got to get.
It was crazy to see that 1,000 lot in the NQ yesterday, JD.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
it
it was. It was bold.
Pulled,
well, we
but-
don't.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't see it trade.
I think eventually.
Do you think they
I think
bid
eventually
up,
it
or
turned
they,
into a market order. I think they went to
Understood.
market on it because we saw that sort of tape bomb. We saw that nice pop in the NQ right around that. Was it right around 1:30 yesterday? We were on together, Gabe. We were talking about it and trading.
I remember.
So it was bid quite a few points below the market, and I think they might have just gone to market on it. Again, another component of the roll, likely, but who really knows? Why you would show 1,000 lot on the NQ ladder?
Order
It's only
filled.
10 or 15 up aside.
Yeah. Pretty ballsy.
Hey Gabe, here's where I usually have a problem. You had that volume come in. You go short, you get in, and then it just starts chopping away, and you end up being in the trade like way longer than
I
you
know,
want to.
dude.
It doesn't feel good.
I know.
Sucks.
That's what happened to me yesterday. It's like I end up sitting in a trade for 20, 25 minutes for it to do damn near nothing or reverse on me after trying to catch some
Did you pull
momentum.
$50 out of that one? Did you get $50 out of there?
The buzzer beater I pulled like
Oh,
70
okay.
or $80 and reduced my red day off the buzzer beater. But yeah, the first trade that I was in was rough.
Over the wire here, real quick here, a little hot biscuit. Iran Supreme Leader Khomeini. Israel started the strikes and initiated a war. Revolutionary Guards, Iran's Revolutionary Guards, are to issue important announcement shortly. Okay, so we're watching the wire here. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie. Jeremiah in the chat. I guess I'm putting them to sleep. We got to start telling jokes. I got great jokes.
Need a wider view for the dance scam for you.
Say, George, rumor has it that you're going to be at our meetup next week. Is that
That's right.
true?
I can't wait.
No
I'm
way.
sorry Gabe isn't going to be there. I was born in San Antonio,
Oh,
Gabe. I tell
Were you
people I
really?
have dual citizenship. I don't know.
Order filled.
That's funny.
Oh man,
Where are you
that's
flying in
awesome.
from?
I love it.
You don't have to give us
Kansas City,
your
Missouri.
town you're living in. I'm sorry, say again?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. All right, all
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
I knew that.
You're a Cardinals fan, then I take it, right?
No, not really. Not really.
No. Well, he said not really, but
All right, George, where are you staying? What neighborhood?
Order filled.
Right.
What's your room number?
I kind of
know
had
he's
a
a
couple
Chiefs
people
fan.
ask me, and I'm like, I don't know if I should tell you. You know?
All right,
Did
boys,
you go
we're out.
Airbnb or are you getting a hotel? Gabe is
What?
out.
I got a
Nice.
hotel.
Nice
We're
trade,
out.
Gabe.
Hey, nice trade,
Nice,
dude.
nice flush. Got that continuation that we were looking for. Took out that 1 minute low from 949, those 680s that I wanted. Tapped right into that demand. At this point, 224 on the XFA. See if we can get into another one here. But anyway, sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's perfect. That's
Nice.
awesome, dude. Right at opening price.
Guerrillion Air just said passed. Is that a trading combine, Guerrillion Air?
or a kidney
See on
stone.
the opening call. Guerrillion Air's a bell to beller. So if that's passing a trading combine, congrats, my
I
man.
hope so. Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Passing gas.
George, what day are you flying in?
I'm flying in Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Or Wednesday, right? What day is it?
Meetup is Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday. Sorry.
He's gonna be a day
Hilarious.
late.
Wrong day, bud.
Hey, everybody, I'm here. Where's everybody? Can I help
Man,
you,
that
sir?
meetup sucked. There's nobody there.
Where'd everybody go?
One man meetup.
Yeah, flying in Wednesday.
I would-
Looking forward to it.
I would have
I
met
just-
you on, if you flew in on Thursday, George, I would have come out to meet you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, what's that burger place you wanted to go to instead of the wing place?
Oh, the Billy Goat?
Yeah.
Oh, Billy Goat holds a
Oh.
special place in my heart.
Cheeseburger.
There
Oh, yes.
used to be one
Don't
right
fuck
next to
Pepsi.
the Chicago Board of Trade building, right on Van Buren and Wells. And they
It's
opened
not there anymore?
super early in the morning for third shift workers. You could walk in there at 6 o'clock a.m. any day of the week and see a bunch of tradesmen in there. Just got off work, drinking their buckets of old style, eating cheeseburgers at 6 in the morning. But one of my favorite breakfast sandwiches was the double bacon, egg, and cheeseburger on my way into
Naturally.
work. It's a great source of energy, protein to start the trading day. They
Everything
closed that one
thrown
down,
in
though.
there.
It's not there anymore.
If you're not familiar with it, just look up YouTube video, Saturday Night Live, Billy Goat.
Order filled.
And you'll
Yes,
get
made
those-
famous by Saturday Night Live. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger,
you know
cheeseburger.
exactly what we're talking about. Yes.
I completely forgot about that skit until Hogue was doing it during your guys' bit on Top Step TV, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that."
The Billy Goat. There's also one right next to the United Center where the Chicago Bulls and Blackhawks play, and you can park there for free as long as you go inside and buy a beer. And then it's a 2-block
Really?
walk
Oh
to the
no!
stadium.
All right, guys, I'm going to
Didn't
dip my
know
toe
that.
in along here.
All right, Gabe, you've been
Here we
tearing
go.
it up, man.
Gabe's calling bottoms. Love it. Let's check in on the tilt. 62% short in the ES, 62% short NQ, 77% long crude, and 54% long gold. Gabe's sniping along here, picking a bottom. Let's see what happens.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm just starting with 1 micro, just because I'm going counter trend. So I'm not going to go too heavy in this one to start off with. So I'm just 1 micro long from 677. Stops, I'm looking at around 640. $75 of risk. So, keep some green on the board if I'm wrong here. Essentially, just playing
got you into
off
this?
of yeah. So
Okay.
playing a flip zone. So with the after the open, we rallied. We rallied at the open, came back down, took out the kind of the low that we established right before the open, and then right here we have this kind of little flip zone where we had some supply that was formed that took us to a new low, so essentially a breakout segment, and then a pretty sharp recovery off that. And then this area, what used to be selling, ended up turning into a nice kind of area of buying, which broke out above some previous highs. So this is kind of what I would look at as a kind of an inverted or a flip zone where, one party was dominant there before, and then next time we revisited it, the next party kind of takes over. But downside is I'm going against headline driven news. I'm going against momentum. So this is really a low probability trade. So I'm prepared and I'm going to stop out. So there's $75 down, but up 148. So it was going to be a quick, it was going to bounce there or it wasn't. In this case, it wasn't.
Yep. Got it.
Let's see.
Seller's still coming in here.
Approaching the lows for sure. There they are.
Approaching initial balance low in the NASDAQ, 21,617. I could see an opportunity for a cheap, long shot right around initial balance low.
What's the price of that, JD?
21,617.
I like the 570s.
You want to see a little
570s to 560s.
570s, 560s. All right.
Yeah, that
Order filled. 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 Order filled.